It sounds like that for the first time in the MCU, Spider-Man will not be held back by Sony, because Avi Arad and people at Sony will have little say in regards to what happens in the entirety of the film, because for the first time it sounds like Marvel is fully in control of the driver's seat of this franchise and character. For the better part of the last 20 years, Spider-Man has been stuck in all sorts of legal contracts between multiple locations, from the TV rights to the toy rights to shifting properties to how they've handled the live action versions and even the cartoons, to politics and people calling the shots for the character, to being able to pull their weight in one direction or another, to people breaking away, stepping over other people. Spider-Man is one of the most valued members and IPs within the Marvel umbrella, so naturally people want their hands on it. We've covered extensively how Sony's fumbled with them, how Avi Arad has been at the center of much of it, and how now, for the first time, it sounds like Marvel Studios and Disney, since they were able to reach that new agreement with Sony where they're splitting profits and costs on developing it, that Marvel, for the first time, is not held back at all by anybody over at Sony, and especially the likes of Avi Arad. And by the sounds of it, Amy Pascal might just be the one that made this possible, because on the way out, because she's transferring over to Universal, it sounds like that she was able to be sort of the, I guess, central pillar of making this thing a possibility and giving more creative control to Kevin Feige. So from what we found out recently, Spider-Man No Way Home will be the first time where Marvel Studios can call more of the shots. And if somebody at Sony says, well, we don't really like that, they can go, yeah, but check this out. It's gonna work. Trust me, don't take this Uncle Ben cameo out of here because it's gonna be important. And they can actually put it in there and still keep it in. Again, I guess, financial incentive on their side is probably very helpful, especially if they're going to be able to do various things with the character moving forward and come up with new contracts, which, if you look back on it, Tom Rothman openly said he hopes to work with Sony and Disney and Marvel with Spider-Man for a long time. So there's definitely been a change of tone in regards to, I guess, everybody involved. Now, the most interesting part of this that nobody seems to be able to nail down is what exactly has the agreement done with the adjacent properties, Venom, Morbius, and all that. And I think, in due time, we're going to see how this all plays out. But I think everything hinges on how well does Spider-Man No Way Home perform, and what exactly do they do with the multiverse and all this, because so little is known, and the little we've seen is, admittedly, it's very little from a film that's going to be over 2 hours. So hopefully we get more details, but what is known is that pretty much, Sony and Avi Arad are not going to be holding back Spider-Man if Marvel Studios is directly involved, which hopefully this ends up being something that can finally give everybody the Spider-Man that they want, that mentions Uncle Ben, that has wrinkles in his suit, or whatever the hell people want these days, because Spider-Man fans, they sure do hate Spider-Man.